Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Austin. With me, as always, Mr. Ryan.
How's it going?
We're still cranked up from last time.
Yeah, it's really loud.
It's going. How are you?
I'm not bad. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. And my beautiful seductress, Megan, how are you?
Good. Good as I'll ever be.
Good as you'll ever be. Good. Glad to hear it. Happy January 31st, if you can believe it.
I can't. Good God.
As of the day of this episode, which you're about to hear shortly if you're listening today. Oh, my goodness.
Just going to let it go again?
I was about to, but no, I'm going to turn it off. And tell you that I'm still holding Ford Supply ransom until they get me a new ad. I will not tell you how well they make you smell or any of their wonderful scents or how you can go to their website at fordsupply.com, order online and use promo code AlterEgo to get 10% off your order. I'm not even going to set up Ryan by saying Ford soap, real soap.
No bullshit. You're not going to talk
It's not going to happen.
How I just used it like 20 minutes ago either?
No.
We're not talking
I refuse. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to bend to this corporate elitism.
We need originality.
For real.
Ads.
You know what? I'm going to go to Tony and Nello's. Tony and Nello's Southern Italian Cuisine and Grill is a hidden gem that's family owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bay Way South, Rio Verde, Florida. It's a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNellos.com.
Get the penny alla vodka. You won't be sad.
You really won't. It's really stinking good. Oh, man. Just a little news roundup for you today. Not a lot of crazy stuff going on, but some interesting stuff, I guess. First and foremost, DC. Man, they're always first, aren't they? They don't always have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. They're here twice, but they're in a different section as well. They're in the video game section today, too.
Oh.
So Matt Reeves, the director of The Batman that comes out March 4th, released a screening to a select audience to see a trial version of the film. It was 4 hours long. 4 hours.
Jeez.
Do they absolutely hate it?
No, it's received a lot of great reviews. I mean, there's a lot of good things that people are saying about it.
I don't know what could go on in a Batman movie that it needs to be 4 hours.
Right. And well, it can't be all Batman, that's for sure. It can't be 4 hours of all Batman unless you're seeing the Bruce Wayne element a lot too. But I don't think you would. So the final movie, they say, is nearly 3 hours long. We've talked about that. So clearly a lot of that is on the cutting room floor, and I'm betting there's going to be a director's cut somewhere down the line. But at this point, I was like, man, we've seen a lot of this movie, right? Like, at all the trailers that have come out, I said that to myself. I was like, we have seen tons and tons of this movie so far.
Correction. You have. I don't watch trailers for that very reason.
Well, now that I know the movie's 3 hours, we've seen absolutely none of this movie. You know what I mean? Like the little 2 minute or 3 minutes or whatever, I always feel like that's a really, really long trailer. I felt the same way about No Way Home. I was like, man, we've seen a ton of this movie, and we'd seen literally nothing. So, I don't know. But what I also didn't know...
Who did Justice League?
Who did Justice League?
Yeah.
Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon both did Justice League.
I'm going to say, what is this guy trying to give them a run for their money?
Yeah.
4 hours long?
Yeah, it's a long stinking movie.
Guess it has to. It's DC.
Well, you know, at this point, I'm not surprised. It's so convoluted that at this point I just want to see a good movie. But I didn't know that Matt Reeves, the director of this movie, was originally going to direct the Ben Affleck movie. He was going to direct the Batfleck.
What happened?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. He said, I read a script that they had that was totally valid. It was a totally valid take on the movie. It was very action driven. It was very deeply connected with the DCU, with other major characters from other movies and other comics popping up. I just knew that when I read it in this particular script that it was not the way I'd want to do it. So he did his own damn thing.
Good for him.
And with his own damn Batman, too.
What else does Matt Reeves direct?
I don't know. That's worth a Google. We can IMDb that sucker.
Because I was going to say, that's not a name that just rings bells to me.
It's not. It's not one that immediately grabbed me. But apparently he is heavily influenced by some of the early comics of Batman and Nirvana. Which I'm like, don't know how Nirvana rings in other than a killer trailer. But, you know, I don't know. This has been an exciting movie to look at. I really hope I'm not going to be disappointed. But now we don't even get this movie till March, and I feel like we're seeing tons and tons of trailers, and we're not even going to get it for another month. So are we going to have Batman fatigue by the time the Batman comes out? Who knows?
I've already got Batman fatigue. Like I said, I need to see something brand new.
Well, that would be this. This would be that something brand new for you. Or do you mean something new as in something not Batman?
Something, whether it's, like I said before, what is it, Batman Beyond or something different, not the same Bruce Wayne. I'm tired of it.
You want to see a Damian Wayne or something else?
Yeah, I want to see something different.
I want to see a Red Hood movie.
Me too. That's what I really want.
Yeah, that
to be
would
quite
be cool.
honest, I would like to even see Robin in something, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, he's just in nothing.
Anymore.
Yeah, and he's one of the greatest sidekicks ever.
That's
And
true. Where the
not in
hell's
there.
he been?
Robin's like in nothing.
So Robin was teased in Dark Knight Rises. He was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character.
Yeah.
At the end, they teased that he was Robin, but that obviously never was going to happen. It's alluded that Robin is going to, carry the torch from there, but they also, in the same breath, were saying, "Yeah, Christian Bale's done. Christopher Nolan's done. We're not going to get any more Batmans."
Okay. So this dude also did like War of the Planet of the Apes.
Now that is a
Cloverfield,
movie.
Dawn
The Planet of the Apes series was excellent. I loved all of them.
Yeah, I could get down with that.
Even the James Franco one, I loved that movie. It was so good. And then, what was it? Rise of the Planet of the Apes and then War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
All three.
They were all excellent movies.
Yeah.
That they were. So I'll give this guy's Batman a shot.
For sure. And you're going to have to for the show, but still.
I was going to be sick that day.
You've watched a lot of stuff that you didn't want to watch. And sometimes we've swayed your opinion, sometimes we haven't.
You guys better appreciate that. See what I go through for you?
Hey, we do appreciate
suffering.
The pain and the suffering. Oh gosh, I got to go watch this comic book movie. Can't believe this.
When it's Justice League or what was the other thing? Or the Eternals.
Oh
Come on,
man. I don't think any of us were too pleased with Eternals.
We certainly didn't love it.
I've had a couple people reach out to me though and say that Eternals the second time around was better. I just haven't been able to bring myself to press play.
No, we have too much other shit to do.
Yeah, big time. And when Disney Plus comes up right now, it has been dominated by Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian or Peacemaker or now something else we'll be talking about later. I can't mention it right now, guys. You're going to have to stick around. I'm sorry. But that's all I got for DC is Batman. But that's all they've got going on right now, too. So we'll see. Marvel news. James Gunn in Marvel news now. No more in DC. He has already come out and said that the team of Star-Lord, Gamora, Mantis, Rocket and Groot, Drax the Destroyer, you will never see them together again after this movie.
Ouch.
So, Misa thinks someone's going to die.
Drax.
I'm sorry. What movie?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh gosh.
Whoa. And then your son's school calls in the middle of your podcast. That's always fun.
So loud.
Yeah.
So wait, you're saying who's not going to all be together again?
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Yeah. After
what
this,
movie?
you will never see them together again.
What movie?
This one, Guardians 3.
That's what I needed. No.
You made her sad now. I mean, Drax has already come out and said,
yeah, Batista's already said he's done.
I'm already pissy enough as it is, and you had to drop that on me.
Yeah, I did. So like I said, I think someone's going to die. Or maybe Peter Quill and Gamora go off into the sunset together too, but I don't see Chris Pratt wanting to give up on Star-Lord.
No.
I think maybe Nebula, we see something happen with her as well. You know?
That'd be interesting.
Because she's had a major arc, and in terms of comics, like what she contributes is done. You know what I mean? Like, she has gone through the Infinity Saga. She's been through 2 Guardians movies. That woman has dedicated a lot of time to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and she's been excellent. So maybe she takes a walk. Maybe Mantis, is not one that wants to rejoin the team. It really doesn't matter. Even one of these players could be gone, and everyone says.
If you got rid of Mantis, it wouldn't make that big of a deal for me.
If you got rid of Mantis, nobody would really be like, oh, no, the Guardians are ruined forever.
Yeah.
Because she's in, 15 minutes of the second Guardians movie?
Don't forget she's hideous.
Wow.
I do love that moment with her and Drax. I was just imagining being with you physically. Either way, I agree with you. I think Drax is going to make some sort of major sacrifice, or we see the Drax the Destroyer character shed a skin and come out something else like he does in the comics. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm sad to see that, but at the same time, it's bound to happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get the same folks all the time.
People are going to die. Things are going to happen.
Yeah, no kidding. So I wanted to talk about one more thing for Marvel. I promise, guys. No, I don't promise. That's a false thing. I can't promise you this, that we're going to be done talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. But last week, it retook the box office #1.
Wow.
Which is crazy. It is currently the 6th highest grossing movie of all time.
Wow.
Which is kind of wild to think about.
Yep.
It is 25 million away from Avatar, which I honestly think is doable.
Don't do it. All right, listen here, guys. If you can hear me now and you haven't seen it, don't.
I said this too.
We're boycotting.
I want to hear your reason too.
We're boycotting because if Sony keeps making all this money, they'll never sell it to Disney.
Damn right.
So don't do it.
Sony will never.
We want the rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah. We want Spider-Man back in the MCU exclusively.
Where he belongs.
We want those properties given back to Marvel, which you would think Sony would have no problem now. They let Marvel be so heavily involved and instantly it's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah, but
do they think they're going to recreate the wheel all of a sudden?
No, but Marvel's involved. Guess where all that money's going, though? Sony's pocket.
Not Sony's pocket. I disagree.
So you do all the work. I take all the money.
There's got to be a revenue share. Got to be. Especially with all those MCU characters that showed up.
I think the revenue share is you get the Spider-Man movie. We take all the other ones.
So, okay. So I'll see your No Way Home and raise you. Did Civil War exclusively go to Marvel? Did Endgame and Infinity War exclusively go to Marvel?
That's what I'm thinking the trade-off maybe.
I don't think so. I think there was a serious chunk of change involved.
You get one movie, we take the bits and pieces of them, and we keep that.
Well, Tom Holland is still out there saying he doesn't even know if he's going to continue being Spider-Man, that he thinks this is a good send-off.
Hey, Tom Holland, if I ever see you in the street, cuz it's on. You're playing Spider-Man. I don't care if I got to dress you myself.
Yeah, and he will do it, Tom.
I'll do it.
He will do it. You don't want to get manhandled like that in the street.
Yeah, telling me he doesn't want to be Spider-Man anymore.
Come here, put this onesie on you.
Yeah.
Now smile. I'm wearing the Spider-Man mask. Smile, damn it.
You can emote in that.
That's right. Andrew Garfield did it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He really did.
We know he did.
Very animated Spider-Man. 25 million, though, and the Avatar is topped.
Oof.
How about that? How bad do you think Martin Scorsese would feel if he talked so much shit about Marvel movies and comic book movies, and it becomes the highest grossing movie of all time.
That would be hilarious.
Well, I mean, didn't one of the other Marvel movies already beat that?
Beat Avatar?
Yeah.
No, Avatar's still number one.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn
Infinity
something
War
else beat it.
got close, but it did not win. Yeah, Avatar's still number, which is crazy to me.
That is.
For Avatar to be a standalone movie. God forbid James Cameron directed a high-dollar MCU movie.
yeah, right?
I mean, he's the one making all of it, right? So if he gets involved, who knows what's going to happen? But, God, I really am so excited for the MCU.
That's what it was. It was
What?
Avengers Endgame almost topped it.
Almost. Where is it sitting right now?
Lifetime, it's sitting at number 2 with Avatar at number 1.
So look at that. Number 1, Avatar. Number 2, Infinity War. Number 6 now is going to be is No Way Home currently.
Yep, number 6 is No Way Home.
With no signs of slowing it down.
So what are we thinking for like when Avatar 2 finally comes out? Do we think that one jumps everything again?
Yeah.
I honestly
I
don't
do.
think so.
I do, because it's an original concept, and it's a movie that clearly the entire world loved.
Mm-hmm.
It did multiple releases globally. People loved it. And, Sam Worthington never had to work again after that.
Yeah. But I think a lot of that, too. I don't know how you guys saw it, but I remember when Avatar came out, we saw it in 3D.
Yeah, so did I.
So that was like the big draw to that movie and everyone talking about it because that wasn't a thing really then. So that made it a lot better of a movie for me. Because even watching it playing now, I'm like, I could care less. And I walk off and I don't finish watching Avatar. But when it was happening and it was like that big thing going on at the time.
I'll tell you about 3D. I went to see Avatar in 3D, just like you're describing.
Yeah.
And I got the worst headache of my entire life about 15 minutes trying to watch that movie. Were you with me? I think you were.
For what? When
Avatar.
3D?
I just ended up taking those glasses off and watching a blurred screen for the other 2 hours and 45 minutes of it, or however damn long the movie is. 3D is so overrated. That's why when everybody starts talking about the VR goggles, I'm like, nah, get that out of my face.
Not a fan. Oh, I remember watching it. I think me and Abby.
Yeah.
And I was, wow. I was like amazed. Like when they were walking through the thing with all the little blue strings. And
It was cool.
I was like, yo, this is dope as hell.
Yeah.
I want every movie to be like this. And
then they remake Nutty Professor 8, and you're like, nope, I didn't want this.
I'm all set. No one asked for this.
No one.
Eddie Murphy didn't even ask for this.
I was trying to think of other movies that would have been bad in 3D. That's just a bad segment.
Let's see if Fast and
You're
Furious
not allowed to
movie
be
in
tired.
3D.
I know. I'm not allowed to be tired. Jeez Louise. All this stuff we're doing.
I want to feel the family, you know?
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's in today's news too. But the first thing I want to talk about in TV and movies, by the way, that's all we got for comic book news. We're 20
Wow.
minutes in, and we're done with the comic books.
We dumped a punch of news last week, though, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did. We talked about a lot of stuff last week.
Did we talk about I saw was Bernthal still going to be the Punisher?
I didn't see that officially announced.
I want to say I saw that someplace.
I
Someplace.
haven't seen a reliable
hopeful.
source say that yet. How about him? He could show up in Moon Knight. I could see that. He could show up in anything at this point, and I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. They could be doing a sword movie where they're just out there in space and Punisher shows up in a rocket and I wouldn't even ask questions. Like, all right, cool. Punisher's here. Now what? I'm ready for him. I'm
We're
ready
all
for
ready
the
for him.
darker side of the MCU. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and months and months.
You've been saying it for a long time.
Give it to me. Give me my X-Men. I'm looking at a Funko Pop of Mr. Sinister. Give me that guy.
Yeah.
I want Mr. Sinister.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Was it too much to ask? Give me She-Hulk. I want that one too.
Isn't she coming?
Yeah.
Okay, then
She's
calm
even got
down.
stills. I want a trailer. I want something.
You're so impatient.
I know. I am.
Yeah, I've seen it pop up.
You
in
know
two
what's
different
weird?
things. I
Didn't
just
we
don't know if it's
say
reliable enough.
that of the MCU movies that there was a 2-week break and then there was an MCU coming out every 2 weeks after they would end? Right? Wasn't that
think
something that
so.
we did? That was a release schedule. How many weeks has it been since Hawkeye was over?
Several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the next one? Moon Knight? That can't be right.
What is the next
What's
one?
next? Oh, you know what was supposed to be the next one? Morbius.
Oh, and they pushed it.
Yeah. And Morbius ended up getting ballyhooed. Well, we're not ready for Morbius. We're going to push this back another 6 months. You guys will still be excited, right? It's Jared Leto. Jared Leto.
Yeah, no, not after his Joker.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to hurt you really, really bad. Wow. Cool, Jared. I am scared for her. Oh, nope. That was just a fart.
Yeah, I don't.
I really didn't buy his Joker. I'm sorry, gang. I am one of those guys. Some people wanted to give him a shot. There are some Jared Leto fanboys out there and fangirls. Mostly fanboys because good Lord knows he's a gorgeous individual. But, yeah, no. So not Joker wasn't for him. Okay, let's go into TV and movies. Guys, we talked about this on the show before. We've done D&D. We've played D&D. Somebody commented to me the other day in our Seven Lamb podcast Discord, by the way, about Mr. Ryan here.
Okay.
We have a Discord?
They brought you up specifically.
Who did?
I don't know who they were. They were a fan. And they said, A, they love Alter Ego. B, they love the D&D episode because you kept trying to clap cheeks the whole time.
Yeah.
They even said hashtag clap cheeks.
Cheeks need to be clapped.
They do. And you did.
That I did.
Yeah, you did. It worked out.
D&D. So we've talked about this several times. Critical Role. We love it. We talked about the show coming out, Vox Machina. This weekend, they released those first 3 episodes. We got a chance to watch it.
So good.
It was an emotional experience for me. Got to be honest with you. I don't know how it was for my beautiful wife, although I think she shared it through TikToks. She wasn't paying 100% attention, which hurt my feelings.
Unwell, and I was WebMDing my death.
Listen, when your wife is sick, you just say, okay, baby. Okay, baby.
Yeah.
I love you. You're right.
But I did watch it. I'm going to watch it again and again and again and again.
When this series is over, it will be on repeat for us to watch. It was such an emotional experience for me to watch a story that you've seen in intimate detail. You've seen all these people at the table. You get to know them. You start to like really love their characters and the way they're going. And then you see that their entire world has been created by this big studio. And you're seeing things that you're looking at and you know so intimately because you've watched hours and hours and hours of this content that you're just like, oh my God.
And you're seeing it come to life in the way that it did in your mind.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
And it's actually, in some areas, it's even better than the way it did come true in your mind. Because some things, when they get described, you're like, okay. And you can't really picture it. But you're watching it on the screen now, and you're like, shit, that is exactly what they were trying to say.
Yep. It's really cool.
And this is also, I will say this. If you have small children, do not let them watch this show.
No. And you'll know why within the first minute and a half.
Because
cheeks getting clapped.
There's a character clapping cheeks, I gotta say, inside of a minute.
Yeah, it was very, very fast.
And he's not
to watch this.
He's not just clapping cheeks. I was like, oh damn, they're getting in.
Yeah, it's a very sexual.
It is very sexual. It's very violent, and it is very funny.
Yeah, it's all the things.
Oh, I need to watch this now. Those are like 3 of my favorite things.
Yeah, for sure.
Sex, violence, and humor.
Yeah.
I'm there.
If only there was a way to combine all 3. Anyway, this show, I can't recommend it enough. There's only 3 episodes out, and we are jonesing. Like, we were going to bed last night, and I was like, you want to throw those 3 episodes on and just watch it? She was like, no.
Yeah.
So we dipped out on it, but damn, it's just so compelling. And, like, you don't have to worry about knowing a goddamn thing about Dungeons and Dragons to watch this show.
Where's
You don't have to.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
It's called The Legend.
You don't
Vox
have to
Machina.
know a single thing about Dungeons and Dragons to watch this. Although you should know about Dungeons and Dragons. You should educate yourself. Go clap some cheeks.
Yeah.
We actually had a character get their cheeks clapped in our weekly game recently.
Nice.
That would be me.
That would be this one. Luckily by an NPC played by me.
Oh.
And not another player.
How do you feel about Dungeon Master and that?
I liked to get oddly sexual with her, and the rest of the people at the table were like, why are we here?
Yeah.
And I was like, he says,
We should leave.
He says, look at me, baby. No, none of that happened.
Witness me.
Witness.
I did have my
Witness
That did happen.
I said, he's going no hands. Yeah. Megan did lose a point of exhaustion for those of you who are freaks and curious.
Yeah, I did. That's okay.
Anyway, it was worth it. Character development. But anyway,
Now I have
go
a boyfriend.
watch you some.
And-
No, I have a boyfriend.
Now I have a
She says.
boyfriend. So we're getting ready to leave this town.
This is my boyfriend.
Yeah, we're getting ready to leave this town that we're in because we've got to go off and do big grandiose things. And he makes her a spear that she doesn't know about yet, but I know because I was
Cheating.
Well, so she's a furball, so she's huge, and he is a full-blooded orc named Zokuk, and so now the players have taken to calling him Zokak.
Zokak.
And all kinds of other stuff because he has a massive dong, which don't tell us how that played out in narrative, but it did.
Oh.
Yeah. But one of our other players went to pick something up from him or see if he had something or something like that. And
They went to make a special order for some armor.
For some warhorse armor.
Yeah.
And when she was leaving, he said, "Hey, kid."
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. He just
Drop it
handed
on
it
the
to
table.
him. He just handed it to her.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'll get this where it needs to go."
Yeah, it was a good moment.
So he likes me.
You don't know that.
Well, whatever.
Trying to put that massive
God.
dong to
Insight
work.
That's
check.
right. Inside check. Yeah. His nether regions become engorged. That's how I DM, by the way. I use that voice for everything.
Wow.
You into the city owl.
Into the city.
Anyway. Let's take a quick break. Then we're going to finish our movie news and talk about some video game stuff. All right? So we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we're back. We are so back, you don't even know. Thank you for listening to those ads, by the way. We hate them, you hate them, but they're a necessary evil. Speaking of necessary evils, Warner Brothers is moving forward with Mortal Kombat 2. Are you ready for more Cole? What is his last name? I did not enjoy him, by the way. But I did make a connection. Cole from Mortal Kombat is also Shatterstar in Deadpool 2. He's the guy who goes, "My name's Rusty, but my real name's Shatterstar. I'm from planet something something." Look it up. You'll have the oh shit moment like I did. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Cole, you weren't in just one movie that I didn't like you in." Is that rude? Am I being too mean to Cole? I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't like him in Mortal Kombat 2. Why couldn't we just let Scorpion just kill things for 2 hours? That's all we wanted. So are we excited for Mortal Kombat 2? You guys are so talkative. It's weird.
I'm sorry.
Mortal Kombat 2, no. Actually, I don't know, man. That first one kind of left me,
Here's another question. Of the characters that were killed in Mortal Kombat 1, are they going to come back?
See, that's why I'm not so excited, because you killed one of my favorites in WoW. Spoiler alerts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I really care?
Or do you get a zombie version of him? Or an undead version of him? Or an evil version of him? Not to mention, Liu Kang wasn't even the main guy.
Yeah.
Liu Kang was kind of a supporting character, which is okay. But I think Johnny Cage is going to take a forefront in this one.
I don't think so. I think that it's going to be about that kid and
Cole.
Cole, yeah. It's going to be about him again in some kind of way, because he still got to get into the contest, remember? That was like the whole...
Somebody's watch is yelling at them aggressively.
I don't know whose it
point.
was. Not me.
Not me.
So,
That's you.
oh. Damn
like-
you, Siri.
Who's so angry?
We were like, we don't like Mortal Kombat. And Siri goes, let me help you with that. Left, right, up, down, A, B, X1.
That would be dope if she could do that.
Right?
What, become self-aware and beat your ass in Mortal Kombat?
Wow.
That's scary.
That is a good point.
I would not want that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sub-Zero died too, right?
No. Did he? Yes, he did.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought Scorpion...
But Sub-Zero is also one of those characters that gets
Never dies.
resurrected
Yeah.
every day. I would be okay with all the dead characters somehow coming back.
Yeah, because I love Kano.
I like
Especially this
Kano
one.
too.
Yes.
Well, especially because
Me
Kano
too.
made that movie.
Yeah, he did.
He was very good. And I would not want to see him be gone forever.
I mean, if they're going to call this one Mortal Kombat, they better at least be at the fucking tournament.
Right.
If not, I'm walking out.
Have an actual tournament where they show up and fight.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
You know, what Mortal Kombat's all about.
And this one's going to do something where they're like, oh, we're in Outworld this time.
Yeah.
You know it.
You know what else is going to be in Outworld? I'm going to be Outworld. Out on this movie world.
Wow.
Without skipping a beat.
Here's something that we've been talking about for a while now. It's something that we all kind of said we wanted. It was kind of the people were asking for it too regarding James Bond. Showrunners saying that Mr. Idris Elba is in the conversation to take over the role.
Okay.
There we go.
And our resident super fan, Mr. Robert Lamb, his first comment was,
younger.
We need someone younger.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, he's black. He's actually 75 years old.
Why doesn't he just come out and say, I want to be James Bond? Robert Lamb. We know what you're secretly saying.
But Idris Elba looks fine. Did you not see any of the movies he's ever been in? He is very, very athletic. He is he's a good presence on screen. I don't see how there's anybody better than him in terms of James Bond.
I mean, shit, as long as he just doesn't fall over and die. Look at Morgan Freeman. That motherfucker's been old for like 50 years now.
That's what I'm saying.
Black don't crack.
For real, Morgan Freeman is 1,600 years old. People don't know that.
Yeah, he's really God.
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw the
really
movie.
God. Oh gosh, I'm excited. I hope we get something on paper. I hope we get it confirmed. I want to see it. In terms of other people who are getting signed, our best friend Ryan's franchise just signed a major actor to play a villain in Fast 10. Yeah. Major actor, not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Vin Diesel's ploy of "come home, man. We need you. You know my kids love you. They call you Uncle Dwayne." The Rock was like, "Hey, fuck you, man."
Kevin Hart.
Oh my God.
How did you know? Did you read the story?
No.
Is that actually
Kevin
it?
Hart.
Oh,
No.
I was like, wait
I just
a
want to see
second.
both your
Kevin
excitement.
Hart.
It's Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be interesting because didn't they just do the whole Hawaiian thing in Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jason Momoa's he's what's the word? American Samoan. So he's definitely
I don't know.
part of that world. I don't know how they're going to play him, but interesting. Is he going to show up in Hobbs and Shaw too?
Maybe.
I don't know. Fast 10. The fact that there's a 10th installment in this franchise is wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, when they hit 3 in Tokyo Drift, I was like, all right, you guys are reaching.
Yeah. I like Tokyo Drift.
Me too.
It's actually my favorite of the Fast series.
It's probably the one I've seen the most.
Yeah.
In fact, Ryan had his heart broken for the first time, and that was the only thing that he could watch. That
Really?
did remind me of my ex-girlfriend.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And we weep together. So, there's one more casting thing that we're going to talk about here that's close to my heart. And you guys know, there are a few franchises that I'm like, okay, that's my shit right there. I love it.
Is it Predator related?
It's not Predator related.
Okay.
So that cancels out some. You look around this room, you'll probably see
Is
what
it Hellboy related?
It is Hellboy related. Ron Perlman has come out and said he's not eager to make Hellboy 3, but we owe it to the fans.
We owe it to the fans.
That's-
He said
I could use the money.
Guillermo del Toro, he said, and I quote, "Am I eager to do it? No, I'm fucking 71 years old."
Oh, fair.
And he goes, "But we owe it to the fans." I'm like, you don't owe it to me.
Yeah.
You know who owes me another Hellboy? David Harbour. He owes me another Hellboy.
Yeah.
His was better than both of yours, in my opinion.
I agree.
And again, I really don't want to knock Ron Perlman. I actually don't hate his Hellboy movies at all. I'm a fan. I like it. I like Harbour's that much more. That's it. Yeah. I would definitely be first in line to watch a Hellboy 3. I'm down with Guillermo del Toro.
With Guillermo,
we're going to make Hellboy 3. Are you going to do it? You don't watch much What We Do in the Shadows, do we?
No, what is that?
That's unfortunate. That is a like a comedy docu comedy. What do they call that? When it's like
Docuseries?
faking a documentary, but it's a comedy about a mockumentary. About vampires.
Oh.
And that guy that I'm talking like is Nando the Relentless, and his familia is Guillermo.
His familia is Guillermo, who's just a human.
Guillermo. Anyway. So I don't know. He says it's supposed to round out the trilogy, and if you recall, at the end of Hellboy 2, Liz is pregnant with twins.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember Hellboy.
That's over 10 years old, so I'm not. I better not be spoiling this for anybody.
I'm like, I don't remember Hellboys that much. I remember I saw the first two.
So there was Hellboy, the first one where he was fighting Rasputin.
Yeah,
and the second one was the Golden Army
or whatever. Yeah, and I do not remember him.
Yeah, it was a good one. The second one was good. The second one had Seth MacFarlane in it as the gaseous form, the German scientist, which was good.
He didn't make any Stewie jokes, so.
Oh, Stewie. No, nothing like that. Let's go on to video games, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's talk about some games of videos.
Some games of videos.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. Everybody was kind of like, you sure that Hogwarts Legacy and Gotham Knights are going to come out in 2022? And they're like, yeah, 100%. It's coming out.
No, they're not.
They gave us a release date. No, they didn't. They just are saying, yes, it's coming out in 2022. We promise. At this point, we take all of that with the grain of metaphorical salt.
It's vaporware until it shows up.
Right.
Just like Blade. Never happening.
Oh, gosh. Even though Blade has actually got some lines in a movie.
Hey, that's cool. I'm sure they got some lines of talking in one of those two video games, allegedly.
They definitely have a lot of lines recorded, that's for sure. It's got to be almost all. But I don't know. I really could care less about either one of those franchises, to be honest.
You want to be a wizard?
I don't know what.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What is that going to entail?
I don't even know.
That's what I want to know.
The movies were lame as hell.
If I'm going to just go and be Harry, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
If you're going to let me be a little wizard boy that gets to run around Hogwarts and do all that kind of jazz, I'm down.
Whatever the hell I want to do, yeah.
I want to be Voldemort.
Ryan's going to...
I'm looking for who's got my nose.
Yeah. Who's got my nose? You imagine that? I was just gonna say. So that is what his motivation was the whole time. Not the Tom Riddle business.
No.
Somebody went up to him and was like, "Got your nose," and he was like, "The fuck you do." And the rest of his life, he went after Harry Potter, thinking that he had his nose.
That's it. That's the
whole movie.
We figured it out. The motive.
We just spoiled it for everybody.
It's funny. He doesn't have a nose, but when that actor talks, he always sounds like stuffy. Like you don't have a nose to be stuffed. Got two holes in your face. Sneezing is a dangerous proposition for you. Those boogers are coming straight out. You don't even get to cup.
Wow.
He doesn't even get to cup his nose and know that it's going down, right? He just has to like palm his own face.
Shotgun style.
And then just like straight into his hand. It's like, ugh. Even the big snake is like, you're nasty, motherfucker.
You're nasty.
All the other Sinister Six or whatever the hell their names are like, don't let him sneeze on you. Don't go near he who must not be named. He's got allergies that must not be named.
Ew.
And the whole time he's just allergic to pet dander. That's why he loves snakes so much.
You've gone too far at this point.
Anytime somebody brings around like a Pomeranian, he's like sneezing outward into a cone.
That's his magic.
Are you done?
No, I'm not. I really want to explore this with Voldemort.
Me too.
You should make your own book. Yeah. You should write your own book.
Like, if he's going to sneeze, does she just put a hand towel over his head? I mean, is he snuffing?
Plastic bag.
Like, if he's got a nosebleed, how deep do those tissues need to go into the face holes? And does he do one and thread it through?
We need to know, J.K. Rowling.
Because he does have the little slit there between the two nostrils. So can he weave that thing?
I don't know.
You're unreal.
Here are the questions we really needed answered.
That's what I wanted to know the whole time I watched that
For real
series.
As soon as he came out of the Snoke, you were like, oh, God, sneezing is his biggest problem.
I got your nose.
Not getting rid of muggles. There we go. That's who did it to him. An actual human one day was like, got your nose, little boy. He was like, you bastard.
That's why he hates Muggles so much.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Wow. So you answered your own question.
There we go.
Who needs J.K. Rowling?
And there's the side movie that we're going to write. Oh, man.
If you write it, they will come.
And I tell you what, there are some people out there that are like, I'd watch that movie.
Yep.
All you have to do is show a 30-second trailer of Voldemort going, huh, 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 and then, the sneeze heard around the world.
In a world
you don't even
doesn't have a nose.
In a world where the most evil wizard doesn't have a nose, how does he sneeze? This summer,
Wow.
Voldemort. And then they cut to black, and then they show the release date, and you hear him go, choo.
No, it would be even better if it cut to black and then he sneezed and then it just splattered the title of the movie on the screen.
I warn you, brothers, baby, cash that check. Get you some funding so you can finish those 2 games.
Oh, shit.
And then you just hear, you're a wizard, Voldemort.
You're a wizard.
Wow. We just spent like 6 minutes talking about that.
But I think it would go well.
And the people loved it.
The people are excited.
Are they?
They're out there going, you know what? This Voldemort business, I really want to look at it. I bet you my phone's going to be buzzing as soon as we release this episode with Hollywood producers.
Oh, definitely.
Go in the group. Let us know.
Hey, Jack, this is D'Artagnan down in Los Angeles. I really want to get Ralph Fiennes together to hear this pitch. He'll put the prosthetic nose on. We'll make him. He owes us a favor. J.K. Rowling's not even going to be in charge of this one.
He doesn't even have a nose.
He doesn't.
So what are you trying to say there?
Instead of he who must not be named, he's the noseless one.
The noseless one.
He who cannot sneeze.
He who must not be blessed. That's how he sneezes. It's just a scream.
I love it.
Bless you, I guess.
Anyways.
On to Batman, who very much has a nose. No, I'm kidding.
He doesn't?
No, he doesn't.
He just has a chin.
Did anybody see the Halo TV spot that was on the NFL playoffs this weekend?
I did not.
It looks, everything is kind of getting out of kid-friendly mode and not being very kiddie. This one has a very mature look to it.
I mean, well, it was always rated mature. So
what was the series
Halo.
or the game?
Yeah, the games.
No.
Yeah.
The games don't have any blood. They're not rated mature.
Yes, they were.
I'll bet you $1. Guys, we're going to put $1 on this.
$1?
Yeah.
Halo game rating.
Yeah, it's not M. There's no way. I don't buy that. Not with it being such a high seller like it was. Then a lot of kids wouldn't be able to buy it. We wouldn't have been able to get that game as kids. I bet you it's either E or for everyone or T for team.
I was a grown-ass man when I got that bad boy.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you were. It's because you didn't know any better. So when he researches that, but check out the trailer. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of interesting.
Right.
Are we? Let's hear it.
Throughout the series, they're either teen or mature.
How many matures? Does it give you all of
Halo
the titles?
Combat Evolved was mature. Halo
Okay.
2 was mature. That one I knew because that was the only one I played.
Halo 2 is also renowned as the best Halo, right?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody likes to freak out about that Halo. That's the one where we all were trying to get our system links with 4 controllers on each Xbox so you could all play a 8-team battle.
Okay, so Halo 1 was mature. Halo 2, mature. Halo 3, mature. Halo Wars was teen. Halo 3 ODST, mature. Halo Reach, mature. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, mature. Halo 4, mature. Halo Spartan Assault, teen. Halo the Master Chief Collection, mature. Halo Spartan Strike, teen. Halo 5, Guardians, teen. Halo Wars 2, teen. Halo Recruit, E for everyone. And then Halo Infinite, teen.
Yeah, okay. So it's pretty even split, actually.
Well, it's like
60-40.
I don't even know the actual mainline Halo games. I was going to say for the most part when they first came out, they were all mature.
Yeah.
I remember being in Target. Oh, sorry, little kid, you can't buy that. Do you have your mommy or daddy with you?
Oh boy.
That's my favorite meme, right? It's like, I want you to meet your new stepdad, Ryan. Okay, cool. You may know me as John McClane V2. I told you I would find you and become your stepdad.
I'll be in there clapping those cheeks.
Gross.
If it sounds like somebody's disemboweling a Vietnamese woman in the other room, that's just your mother. She'll be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Megan has had enough of us tonight.
Yeah,
That's wild.
She's like, okay, done with this. Moving on.
You guys have a massive case of the fuck arounds.
Yeah.
we do.
Activision wants to release the next 3 Call of Duties on multi-platform. The next 3.
You sons of bitches.
So after that, you might start seeing some Xbox exclusives. What do you think?
Hold on. And that's about around the right timetable.
I mean, that's 3 years.
Yeah, so about
By the
25, like
current
they were saying.
business model, it's 3 years.
Yeah, so they were saying around 25, 24, we could expect it to be exclusive.
Yeah. Where PlayStation is going to create something to be a competitor.
Yeah, let them try.
There's no way they don't.
We're going to bring back Kill Switch.
I actually didn't hate Kill
Nerds.
Switch. If that's what I think it is, I didn't hate it. But it's not Call of Duty. Anyway, to our last story of the day.
Hard to beat the king.
The big one that I said right here in front of Ryan. He's like, wait, what? That happened today? Sony trying to enter the arms race. This one doesn't make sense to me, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was going to say.
I read some of the comments, and a buddy of mine sent this and was like, oh my God, Sony bought Bungie. That means Halo's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. I said, what are you talking about?
What are you smoking?
First and foremost, there's intellectual properties that are owned by certain studios.
Yes.
Then developers are able to make the game to bring it to life. Bungie was the first team to get their hands on Halo. That's true.
Yep.
They are now, I think, more famously known for Destiny.
For Destiny.
That's 2 games. Anybody in the room, name me another game that Bungie has done.
No, I cannot.
Exactly. So Sony
No idea.
spent $3.6 billion on these developers that does Destiny and Destiny 2. So now what? You're going to get Destiny 3?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking as I was reading the thing. I'm like, you paid $3.6 billion for Bungie
Yeah.
for a dying game.
They have been
And
getting so much
Destiny 2?
flack. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. When you say dying game, absolutely right. I played Destiny 1 till my fingers bled. I got the t-shirt. Raid night used to be every Tuesday. We'd be up and going. Megan almost divorced me. That's not true. But still,
We weren't
She's
married
like, no,
yet.
we thought
so
about it.
she
weren't
thought about
married
it.
yet.
She considered it. She was like, man, this fat loser's just going to sit around and play video games? Are you kidding me? She was texting her dad like, I don't know if this is right.
I'm going to leave him.
Yeah. And he was like, do it.
Once we got the dog, it didn't matter anymore.
Right.
I had someone to hang out with.
Yeah. But before that, she just kept like waiting till I was talking to somebody and asked me a question. Like, what, babe?
Or what you could have done is bought yourself an Xbox, got in here,
No.
got your hunter up to 30, and then went and got it in.
We've already discussed this on the
No.
podcast several times. How many hours I spent playing Halo trying to master it, and I failed miserably.
Okay.
You didn't
She did
spend
not
nearly
fail
enough time.
miserably. She did not fail miserably.
I didn't do good.
She did good.
No, I didn't.
Guys, no, you will not tear yourself down on my show. I will fire you before I let you do that.
Well,
Yeah.
But so what's the next big studio? But the reason I asked that is like Destiny is one game.
Yeah.
That's your PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Great. And they say already they're going to keep it multi-platform. Okay. So what are you losing? Or what are you gaining more so? Because when
really.
Activision Blizzard got bought, look at all the developers, all the games, all the IPs, everything that they own.
The only thing I could think of is like them using Bungie to maybe create something else that they have in the works.
Right.
But even still, they have Destiny so much of their focus.
That better be one hell of a presentation to spend $3.6 billion.
I don't think it's, and honestly, that's when I don't think it's worth it. Like, I don't see them getting their money worth out of them. I mean, and eventually they're going to make their money back, I'm sure, of course, through things. But like, as far as Destiny goes, like, bro, it's free and I still refuse to play it.
Right.
Like, I don't.
No, that's absolutely right.
I just got to, actually, I'm going to go back and I got to finish riding for my boy KH6. But You know what I mean? Get that ace of spades, get revenge. But
you're a long ways off. There's a lot of content after that at this point.
oh, I'm not playing the rest of that.
Tons
crap.
and tons and tons of content.
I'm just going to go kill the man who kills Cade, and I'm done.
Gotcha.
Hanging
Spoiler alert.
Hanging up my hunter, my titan,
I'm
my
surprised
warlock.
you weren't a Titan only.
and I'm out of it. I didn't like his special moves, man.
Oh, the Smash?
At first, yeah, I didn't care for it.
The Smash was my first ever. Actually, no, the Warlock was my first ever team wipe. I was trying to capture a point, and all of the other team was sitting inside of a bubble, and I waltzed in with a Nova Bomb
Just
and
dropped
wiped the
everybody.
whole team.
Nice.
That was one of my greatest Destiny moments of all time. Yeah. I woke up an entire city block screaming at my TV on that one. Messaged every single one of them with detailed instructions on how to uninstall their game.
Yep. Drink bleach and uninstall.
So somebody actually sent that to Ryan.
Yeah, playing Overwatch.
In a game.
Yeah.
Uninstall and drink bleach.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you send something to one of your buddies gets sent a message mid-game and they let everybody know, that's the worst possible thing that could happen for the other team.
Yeah.
Because then all the messages are coming. All the tea bags are coming. All the cancerous plays you don't want. It's all coming.
It just sucks because he was actually on my team. But
No.
I popped the fuck off with Hanzo, so he couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
He was literally just quiet. I'm like, what? What's that? I actually got in a voice chat.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. And he's like, well, you still... Yeah, get the fuck out of here, kid. Golds and everything. You can eat a dick. I'm on the board. Where are you at, kid? Where? Oh, that's right. You can fuck right off.
Yeah.
I'll drink bleach and uninstall. Out of here.
It didn't bother him at all that the kid said that.
No, not at all.
He didn't care.
Not at all. I didn't care a little bit.
No.
No.
But I was just, just amazed that people have the gall to message people anymore.
Yep.
Nowadays, only messages we get are, do you guys want to join team chat? Or you get an invite to play? And you're like, nope.
Yeah. Not
I'm
doing
here to
that.
be by myself.
Yep. Going to be as toxic as it possibly can.
Yeah, so back to my question. What's the next major game studio that's coming? And to stay in video game news, I did see a couple of screenshots of some Star Wars games that are coming out. One of them looks like you might be able to be a bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe. Ooh.
I think the last... I mean, you still got EA, Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft is a big one.
But honestly, I think the next one that gets snagged is CD Projekt Red.
Okay. And who's seen to be sought after from that one?
The Witcher.
Ooh.
Cyberpunk 2077.
That's a rough one.
It is, but they make great games.
Yeah, that's true.
If they have the time. And with the new platform coming out, I could see it. Xbox, you guys want single player games? We got you.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony's not even wasn't selling their shit, so.
I truly think Xbox is still out in front by a mile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that I want to know.
Especially
If you have
now.
all this money, why don't you start a studio? Why don't you get some talent with some of that money instead of rehashing the same stuff?
I think they did start studios, but a lot of the studios that they started just didn't
have the talent.
Like their games, what was one of the big one? The Dragon game. It was Scalebound. Like they had to cancel that, and that was something they dropped a lot into. What was another one that they made and they had to scratch? I can't remember right now, but they've had a lot of instances where they've tried to do things, but it's been better off for them to just kind of pick up a studio. You guys make this, and you guys make this, and you guys do this. Crackdown was another one that took them forever.
Crackdown. Yeah, that's another big one for them.
Forever to get out.
It always looked cool, and then when it came out, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Who owns GTA?
Oh, Rockstar?
Rockstar. Who's going to buy Rockstar?
Xbox.
That's a huge one.
Honestly,
That's GTA.
I think the only person who has the pockets deep enough to do it would be Xbox.
I thought Sony is the bigger studio.
Sony's the bigger studio.
Not for
Microsoft as
video
a whole
games,
is
though.
Oh,
as
you're
a
right.
business.
I got you.
Their value is like $456 something billion. So when they
For
wrote
sure.
that check for 70, they were like, "Oh yeah, that's my ice cream money." I mean,
Jesus.
like I was gonna buy an ice cream cone, but since you guys want to be bought,
Here's $70 billion.
I mean, that was insane.
No big deal.
That's a crazy amount of
we'll
money.
make that back in a few
They wipe
years.
their ass with that money.
They'll make that back very quickly.
You know what that is? A tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What is that? Bill Gates is saying, you know what? I really don't want to pay as much tax as I normally do. Why don't you go out and buy a big game studio?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, with they only have 133 billion. Now that's nothing, but
Well, they spent
That's still
over
an assload of
2/3 of
money.
that to
Exactly.
acquire that.
one studio. That's what I'm saying. You have a big difference in.
Well, they spent all that, but they instantly
Money.
upped their net worth in their properties and their IPs that they own.
Yeah, they did, and at the same time, costing Sony 20 billion. So,
Big winner.
yeah.
Dope.
Well, all right, gang. That's going to do it for us this week here at the Alter Ego Podcast. Thanks so much for stopping by and listening. Happy February if you're listening to this tomorrow.
Hey,
Can you believe we're there?
No.
First day of Black History Month.
Okay, cool.
hey.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the flippity flip. I'm going to let this track play out and ease you into the night or day or morning, whatever you're easing into.
I'm to sleep.
Next week it should just be sleaze tracks from our boy Voldemort. Not gonna lie, this song kind of makes me want to fight somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it sure
going.
does. Right
Okay.
here is where you start breaking bar stools over somebody's head. Yeah.
Next time we're in a bar, I'll get it on the jukebox and we can get going.
Let's do it.
I actually have a bucket list move that I want to get somebody with a Ric Flair chop. And get the woo!
Can I wait outside with like a microphone and you give me like a little after action report?
Whichever one of us gets it, the other one has to go in there and be like, stop the damn match! Oh my God! It's
got
a
a
slobber
fire
knocker! He's got a steel chair!
He's got